This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 19th day of December in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. With Guyana in its final preparations for oil production, the country remaining off of blacklist for money laundering is something that the government intends to ensure. Guyana was removed from the European Union blacklist for money laundering earlier this year, after being placed on that list a few years ago. Today, Attorney General Basil Williams told the opening of a risk assessment seminar on money laundering that with Guyana becoming a bigger player on the world stage, the country has to ensure it does not find itself blacklisted again.
Our oil regime looming, that is very important that we ensure we're not blacklisted, because the CFATF and the FATF requirements to protect the international financial economy is brutal, and they respect nobody. It's no respect of persons. Every country, only Europe, they have to come up for assessment, and they have to conform with the recommendations of the FATF.
Mr. Williams said there is a greater need for the implementation of several regulations outlined by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force to protect the country from money laundering efforts. According to him, the move to implement measures on a continuous basis is in keeping with the international recommendations, and that must be done.
And so we had to show the international financial actors that Guyana was serious. I think they were convinced. And so we now have to build on that.
The Attorney General also said Guyana has come a long way since 2015 with respect to ensuring the laws and commitments are in place to guard against money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Mr. Williams said the government remains serious about its efforts to fight money laundering. Guyana will come up again for assessment by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force in 2023. More news coming up in a moment.
It's bigger, it's better, it's back! It's GTT's plus size Christmas promotion! Connect with your friends and loved ones with GTT services to benefit from our biggest ever Christmas bundle of specials and be one of our plus size winners. Visit our website or call 227-9444 for more information today.
Big bundles for you. Big bundles for you. Top up a grand, we make a winner out of you. We got a game show for you. Game show for you.
At the most critical life-changing moments, the National Insurance Scheme is here to ensure that your needs are covered. Access reimbursement for medical expenses for various aspects of your medical care. We know that eye care is of utmost importance. Receive assistance with our Spectacle Care voucher. Visiting the dentist? Dental care is also covered under our sickness benefit services. Offset the funeral expenses of a loved one with costs covered by our funeral benefits. National Insurance Scheme. We're there every step of the way.
Enter the GBTI Quick Cash Christmas Promotion and make it a Christmas to remember. you get up to $500,000 easy for anything you want this Christmas. Plus, enter for a chance to win fabulous items for your home. One complete 7-foot granite top base kitchen cabinet, one sectional suite, one 5-piece dinette set, and complimentary baskets of goodies. Apply at your nearest branch or online at www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Christmas through your eyes.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Welcome back. The opposition People's Progressive Party wants Guyana's oil to be sold through a public tendering process from day one. That's according to the party's General Secretary, Barra Jagdeo. At his weekly solo press conference today, Mr. Jagdeo said he believes that public tendering is the best and most transparent way to sell Guyana's share of the oil. He said he is not supportive of the Energy Department's decision to have face-to-face bidding by inviting international companies for Guyana's share of first oil.
What is wrong with a public tender being issued on all of Guyana knowing about the public tender? What is wrong with that process? So that was not done.
While some industry watchers have expressed concern over the selective bidding for Guyana's oil, the Energy Department has defended the move, saying it is the best one for Guyana and is not in breach of any procurement regulation. But Mr. Jagdeo wants to know who were the people consulted on that decision.
We believe you can't decide who to invite to a bidding process on the basis of internal consultation. So they need to tell us who the people internally they consulted.
And the opposition leader also believes that the Exxon company should be the one to sell Guyana's share of first oil.
Because they have to sell it, they're a publicly traded company, they can't tamper with the price. We can verify the price that they receive for their crude. Allow them to sell the first shipment and then put in a proper system through open public tender for the sale of our oil.
Exxon is moving to begin oil production before Guyana's elections, and first oil could come as early as the end of this month. Mr. Jagdeo said any company that ties up any arrangement with the current government for the sale of oil will be excluded from the open tender process that he hopes to implement once his party makes up the next government. In the world of business, American Airlines has launched its service between New York's JFK Airport and Guyana's Cheddi-Jagan Airport. The airline will operate direct flights between the two destinations daily. And if the sold-out inaugural flight is anything to go by, American Airlines may be steadying up for the long haul in the new route. At the send-off ceremony at Terminal 8 of the JFK Airport in New York last evening, Guyana's Consul General Barbara Atherley welcomed the additional flight to Guyana. She said, with Guyana currently at the center of the world's attention with oil production looming, it is definitely a good time for Guyanese abroad and others to come home and rediscover Guyana.
You have more Guyanese wanting to go home now, and they are going, but now you also have more foreigners wishing to access Guyana to see what opportunities are available in Guyana, both along in the business area of business and especially oil. But when they come to the consulate, we always advise them about other areas, particularly agriculture, because we need to focus not just on oil, but the other areas, other sectors as well. So they are coming down, and now with more airlines flying the New York Georgetown route, it augurs well for Guyana.
American Airlines representative Justin Franco said American Airlines is feeling great about the Guyana market and its potential. He said the launch of the New York to Georgetown service is a move that excites the airline, especially with the success of the Miami to Georgetown route.
We're feeling great here at American Airlines. We're very excited to start our new daily nonstop service from New York JFK to Georgetown, Guyana. The route did so well out of Miami. We had a frequency of 4 times a day that we also had to increase it to daily out of Miami. And with this another edition, it just shows the popularity and the importance of the Guyana market.
American Airlines has been flying the Miami to Georgetown route for just over a year, and the route continues to perform well for the carrier. The airline is betting on its high level of service and in-flight experience to attract new passengers. Passengers will be able to access Wi-Fi internet service at a cost to stream their own online content to their private devices during the flights. Last evening's inaugural service was affected by bad weather in New York and a fuel stop in Puerto Rico, which resulted in the flight arriving 3 hours late and leaving Guyana almost 12 hours late. While the Guyana Elections Commission has started a house-to-house verification of the new registrants for the upcoming elections. There are just over 20,000 new registrants, and GCOM has given itself 5 days to verify their existence. The verification process started today. Chairperson of the Elections Commission, Justice Claudette Singh, said her decision to support the verification of the names of new registrants was based on the need for transparency.
I ruled in the interest of transparency and because I would like a credible list. I would like all to have a level playing field, that in the end no one can complain that GCOM did something which was just foisted on them without having the new registrants fully, the list with the new registrants fully verified.
The opposition People's Progressive Party Civic has been pushing for a full verification of the new registrants. The chairperson sided with the opposition-nominated commissioners of GCOM and voted for that verification to be completed. Meanwhile, the Chief Elections Officer, Keith Lowenfield, confirmed that the exercise will end on Sunday.
We will be moving to ensure that those persons are found. If not found, then the Commission at the next statutory meeting on Tuesday the 24th of December will deliberate on further actions to be taken for those persons not found, or if not found, data relative to their whereabouts.
The verification will take place in various parts of the country, stretching all the way from Region 1 as far as Moruca to Wisma in Region 10 and New Amsterdam in Region 6. The largest number of verifications have to be completed on the east coast of the Marara and in the Better Hope sub-district.
The Commission, as is indicated in our work plan, will be provided reports for them to make a determination on our committal of those individuals for the production of our RLE. It's imperative that that decision be made over that period, because our work plan indicates that we should start production or printing of the revised list of electors on or before December 29th.
The Elections Commission has indicated that it remains unscheduled for elections on the 2nd of March 2020. Well, let's tell you now that police investigators in Brazil are preparing drug trafficking charges against a 29-year-old Guyanese woman after she was busted at an airport in Sao Paulo with more than 6 pounds of cocaine. The woman has been identified as Miranda Coja. The packets of cocaine were discovered stashed in several pieces of undergarments that she had in her possession. The bust took place on the 17th of December, which was 5 days after she entered Brazil from Guyana through the Latam crossing. Officials of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit in Guyana have been informed of the bust and are conducting their own probe on this side of the border. It is unclear whether the woman traveled to Brazil with a cocaine shipment or picked it up there for her onward flight. Agents in both Guyana and Brazil are continuing their probe of the drug bust. Well, the Guyana Police Force has recognized the work of one of its sergeants who is a police instructor by naming him the best cop in the Guyana Police Force. 32-year-old Sergeant Gladwin Hanover was awarded the top position on Wednesday for not only his training work in the police force, but also for his work with communities across the Essequibo. He is an instructor at the police training school in Essequibo and is also in charge of the computer training program in the same community.
We have trained since 2013 to date in excess of 2,700 persons in areas of foundation, advance, and PC repairs and maintenance. We have also introduced free transportation. So the classes is not only free, but the transportation to and from classes are free.
The best cop said more than 700 persons have completed training classes at the community center, and they are drawn from communities across the Essequibo. And he offered some advice to his colleagues in the police force, telling them that they need to apply determination, dedication, and discipline to their work.
Determination, dedication, and discipline. With those 3 Ds, you can't go wrong in the Guyana police force.
Several other police officers were awarded for their work over the past year, including immigration officer Tawana Crandon Primo, who was credited with picking up the forged documents that were presented by a man who was wanted in Canada. Across the region with Samuel Suknandan is up next.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
Only for this Christmas. Get 20% off on educational tablets. Get the B-Link HD8 with 180 plus full version educational apps for students in pre-K to 5th grade. It's perfect for homeschooling. Get creative with the Edu Tab Pro 10.1, designed for professionals, teachers and higher education students. Whether you are an architect or artist, there is an EduTab for you. EduTab tablets were designed for Caribbean students. Order online or at Zune Online Shopping on Middle Street, Georgetown. Ask for Miss Green. Get yours today.
Special terms and conditions apply. Coupon cannot be used in conjunction with other coupons. Orders may be subject to local taxes and import duties. Discount price is promotional for online orders only and does not include local nor international shipping. Purchase limited to 2 devices per household.
They've made a positive impact on the heavy-duty transportation industry in Guyana since they've arrived. Guyanese are amazed at their power, durability, efficiency, and superior handling capabilities. These are brand new trucks, manufactured in partnership with German, Italian, and French companies. They have a powerful reputation for operating under very adverse Guyanese conditions and come with full after-sales service and spare parts. They're the most sought-after trucks today, with over 500 units in Guyana, and they're available in over 100 countries, including South America and the Caribbean. Be smart. Buy brand new ST Howo trucks today. Call 608-4998 and arrange for an inspection at ST Truck Guyana Incorporated, Block B, Public Road, Covenant, East Bank, Demerara.
It's bigger, it's better, it's back. It's GTT's plus size Christmas promotion. Connect with your friends and loved ones with GTT services to benefit from our biggest ever Christmas bundle of specials and be one of our plus size winners. Visit our website or call 227-9444 for more information today.
Big bundles for you. Big bundles for you. Top up a grand, we make a winner out of you. We got a game show for you. Game show.
Taking you across the region right now, I'm Samuel Suknandan. Let's start with what's happening in the Caribbean. A Jamaican activist associated with the People's National Party, PNP, was killed on Tuesday night. A police report says Franklin Paisley was entering his vehicle in Clarendon when he was pounced upon by gunmen and shot multiple times. He was later pronounced dead. The killing has rocked his community, where Paisley was said to be an influential figure. Clarendon is currently under a state of public emergency, which is aimed at tackling the high crime rate in the central Jamaica parish. Paisley was the second person associated with the PNP to have been killed in less than a week. And now for a look at what's happening in Latin America. The Donald Trump administration has launched an initiative seeking to foster investment by the U.S. private sector in energy and infrastructure in Latin America and the Caribbean. Mauricia Caron, Special Assistant to the President and Senior Director for Western Hemisphere Affairs, said, "Our goal here is to let the region know we are the best of friends." He said that if countries are able to offer the right business environment, the U.S. private sector has the potential to totally finance the $100 billion to $150 billion needed by the region for annual infrastructure spending. Clapper Corone said the goal of facilitating job creation and economic growth in the Americas by promoting the private sector as the primary engine of growth for infrastructure projects is a major adjustment in U.S. foreign policy. And finally, international news. At least one person has been killed and 5 wounded in a shooting at the headquarters of Russia's Federal Security Services in central Moscow. A gunman who opened fire with an automatic weapon at the entrance of the building was killed by an armed officer. Russian investigators have opened criminal proceedings into the attempted murder of law enforcement officers. They are looking into whether the attack was timed to coincide with Vladimir Putin's 4-hour press conference, which ended during the afternoon. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Have a good night.